What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Easy Button Investor Podcast. Still getting used to the name change on my end over here. And today we're going to talk about brand and how brand is so important in 2024 as you're building your off-market company. So let's get right into the show. If you guys are watching this, first half of 2024 was filled with a lot of regulation from some state around wholesaling and marketing deals off market. And I think there's more of that to come. And I think a lot of that has to come with the brand the industry has gotten. So you guys on a micro level need to fight back against the negative connotations of brand and your brand as you're building your company and your business and your real estate reputation. Because real estate is one of those industries that takes years and years and years to build a reputation. But a bad deal that gets into the newspaper, a mistreated seller that gets into the newspaper, which I've seen happen over and over again, that can ruin your brand. And when someone goes to Google you and your company, that's what pulls up a Google reviews page filled with bad testimonials. So we're going to talk about brand basics and things that you need to excel and succeed here in 2024 and beyond when it comes to brand. And the first thing, you guys, is understanding credibility. And there's two types of credibility. There's indirect and direct credibility. And I know companies that are $1 million, $2 million a year that haven't figured out the brand and credibility side yet. So there's indirect and direct credibility. Indirect credibility is your ability to formulate credibility of sellers without having a ton of testimonials or reviews yet. And the best way to do this, I think about it like an intro, right? And a third party intro is always better than a direct intro. And so having your title and escrow company or your closing attorney be comfortable talking to sellers on the phone, and they will be, they do it for us all the time because they want the business, and telling them exactly who you are, what you do, what you stand for. That's a great way to build third party credibility. And I call it indirect credibility. Then you have direct credibility, and that is your website, your reviews, your testimonials. And if you guys aren't collecting video and written testimonials, you absolutely must be collecting those here in 2024. It's of the utmost importance that you are doing what needs to be done on the testimonial collection side of your business. So that's just the basics of understanding credibility. Then you have, how do you communicate that credibility to the marketplace? Well, I found there's a couple of different places where sellers commonly go to look you up: Facebook and Instagram and Google. And so you want both your website to have video and written testimonials, and you want a Facebook page and Instagram page up that has the same video, written testimonials, deal examples, and what you're working on as a company. I want you to have a better Business Bureau accreditation, even though it's silly and it's just pretty much a money thing. Pay the $150, $250 a year to have that up. I want you to have a Google reviews page, a Yelp reviews page, and a Facebook reviews page. People say, yeah, but what if we get bad reviews from a seller? Well, guess what? That forces you to improve your product. And so if your concern is, I don't want to have reviews pages up because I don't want bad reviews from sellers, well, you're doing something wrong in your business. You will get crazy sellers, and you can usually get those taken down. For the most part, if you're transacting with someone, you want to provide them a good experience that equals a good testimonial. Because the more social proof that you build, the more money you will make. That's just the way this business works. So you need a website with testimonials and credibility. You need social media pages, basic ones, and you need your review sites up to go along with direct or indirect credibility. The reason this is important is because, especially right now in a funky interest rate environment, I've never seen so many seller-to-seller referrals for off-market companies. Usually speaking, in a hot market, you don't get a lot of seller-to-seller referrals where you do a transaction and that seller tells a friend that they did an off-market transaction. That's happening more and more, and I think that's going to continue to happen as time goes on. So I really want you guys to spend a lot of time thinking about your brand, and you should be incentivizing sellers to give you testimonials, written testimonials and video testimonials. You absolutely should be incentivizing that via, hey, we'll pay you $300 at closing, we'll credit you $300 at closing, we'll pay you $300 cash, whatever it is. If they can record a video testimonial at the title and escrow company with you, amazing. If they take photos, amazing. If they can do written, that's fine, but I prefer video and photos, especially in this business, because it really builds trust. I also recommend having a YouTube page talking all about your company, what you do, what your process is. You can send people for 5-7 minute videos to understand what you are, who you do. It's kind of like a VSL, video sales letter, but we're in a B2B sale where it's not as complicated, but still something they can go watch and understand exactly who you are, what you do, why you do it, and why they should trust you and why they should work with you. That's a very important piece of this puzzle as well. And last but not least, you guys, when it comes to brand and building credibility, use it in your marketing. So throw your testimonials in people's faces. I know it sounds funny, but you want this to be front of mind. When someone thinks about you, they correlate it with a positive result for other people. They kind of get FOMO. And trust me, it's like Amazon. If you go on Amazon and you go to order a baseball bat, are you going to order the bat that has 3,000 4- and 5-star reviews and that can be delivered the next day? Or are you going to order the bat that, although it might look nicer and be cheaper, has no reviews and it takes 5 days to deliver? You're going to always choose bat number one. So same same thing. You are not the only one cold calling sellers, texting sellers, sending mail to sellers, as pay-per-click ads, Facebook ads, TV ads running. So when a seller goes to engage with you and your business, and they also go to engage with 7 others, be that example, be that Amazon Prime example where you dialed in, you're professional, you have the reviews, you have the third-party testimonials, you have the first-party testimonials, and they choose you, even though your price might be a little less than your competition, because you have all of that and they can trust that. So trust me, build your brand, build your credibility. It'll help you a lot with your reputation with sellers and with buyers if you're wholesaling, and with contractors and everything else that you do in this business. Thanks for sticking around. This is a quick one today, you guys. A lot of good episodes recently. This is a quick one about building your reputation and your brand and why it is so important in 2024 to do exactly that. So if you guys are out there in the world getting after it, as I always say, you are only one deal away.